So I'll be designing, or should I say, I'll be showing us how to do the horizontal scrolling. Yeah. And one thing you should know about horizontal scrolling, it doesn't need too many steps. It's just you properly understanding how it works. Okay. So I'm going to start from, I'm going to preview the one I have for you already, and you can like follow up from there. So you have an idea what I'm looking at, what you are looking at, what you are doing, and all of that. So you just have to be very patient as we move. So, um, I'm sorry I don't have I'm sorry I don't have the music there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this is what we'll be doing again. This is original scrolling, and this is what we are doing. I want to believe that you've come across this kind of view before, this scrolling. Yeah. It's really nothing It's really nothing major. Yes, if you can follow the steps accordingly, it's not something you can't do on your own. Instant, it's not something you can't do on your own. So this is what we will be recreating. Yeah. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. I want to believe that you can hear me and I am actually audible enough. So first thing first, we are going to pick a frame. Yeah, I'm going to pick the desktop frame. Yes, let's move this down a bit. And one thing about me, I always name my layer. I always name every of my elements. So horizontal scrolling. And also aside from that, it makes it very easy for me to search for them in my Figma file, as long as I know the name I'm looking for. So even if I have multiple files or multiple elements in that name, obviously it's going to come up with it. So now let's pick rectangles because we need the boxes. Yeah, do this. So let me rename this box one. So let's just panel duplicate. We're going to duplicate in excess actually. Yes, let me unclick the content so we can see if we have enough. Yeah, let me still duplicate some more actually because the beauty is in the scrolling. Yeah, so we have this. Yeah, this is existing. So let's fill each of them with images. Let's fill each of them with images. So let's use this. Let's use this. So this is just for me to pick images and fill it up. So it looks very beautiful. You can actually leave it at this and put certain or random colors. It still doesn't spoil or affect the ball. Just for the sake of beauty, do you understand? User interface is all about it's also all about beautiful appearance. Yes, it's all about the beautiful appearance. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hmm, let's look on this. Why I'm trying to wait for this to load is because I'm just trying to wait to pick random images. Yes, I'm trying to just pick random images, so we have to wait for this. Yeah, this is my network trying to tell me it is what it is. And we have that. It's set that I'm just going to pick randomly. I just want to pick randomly. Let's hope the image is going to do justice. Trying to stick to something nature like. Yeah, just for the sake of the thing. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pick this. No, no. Let's do this. The mountains. Let's check. Let's check. Yeah, and it goes from. So let's do this. Okay, let's do this. And let's do the last image. Okay, let's do something like this. Yeah. So now let's close our plugin. Let's close our plugin. So now I have this image. So the next step after you've done justice to the boxes like you want is highlighting every one of them to select them. You get just go over them and apply onto layout. You can always right click. You can always right click over it and add onto layout, or use your shift and the A key, or you just come here to select the layout, whichever works for you. And this, your layout styling or positioning just fix the horizontal. Obviously, based on the arrangement, we want to do that, except probably you're trying to use the wrap feature, which is already existing here, then you just use it in wrapping to have 2 rows. Do you understand? 2 rows, or probably in columns and everywhere. Now that you've done this, if you look at this, it highlights everything. There is this blue lines, this blue nodes. I don't know if I call them nodes. Yes, the auto layout blue lines that shows you the width and the height. So the best thing is now, based on your own viewport, based on where you want this image to start viewing from and to stop viewing, you are going to move this accordingly. So for me, I want it to be just not towards the last, not towards the edge. Do you understand? I want it to have enough space between it. I think this is 36, so at least this should be 36 as well. And I will have to clip content. Clip content to hide it. I want to believe we all know what clip content is, and we don't have to start going over clip content again all over our what it does it. So in case you don't know, you can always drop a comment and I would explain. So let's use our positioning, set it to center, to middle, and set it to center. Well, I think I'm correct. It's 39 and 39 because it's 9 is center, like that. So yes, this is after. Then the next thing you just do is go to your prototype mode. Switch to the prototype mode on your tab right here. You don't have a business with the interactions. Where you have a business with is the scroll behavior. Here you have a business with is the scroll behavior. So we are just going to go to the scroll behavior and set it. Do you understand? Leave it with scroll reference. That is the main container. We really don't have a need for all of that. This is where we have a need for. And we pick horizontal. Then we pick horizontal because what we want to achieve is the horizontal scrolling. So right now, if I preview this, let me present this for us. Let me present this. Yes, let's check it out. So you just see one thing. You can see you don't need to do too many things. Aside from you getting your layout right, setting your viewpoints correctly, where you want it to start showing from and where you want it to end. You really don't have to do much. So let me set my clip, yeah. So you can see, tends to clip content, you can see, and now do you see this? It just scrolls. Yeah, this just scrolls. And because this is not the only thing I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it look, should I call it cinematic? Yeah, so this, it just scrolls. You don't need any use of prototype interactions, trigger, and all the rest. So let's come back here. Now, I'm trying to make it very cinematic. So I'm going to use the ellipse. This is ellipse, and I'm just going to drag ellipse over them. Yes. I'm going to drag it. Yes, because I want it to like show out of here properly. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I want this to come down more. So it just shows it very well. You get. And I'm going to duplicate this. Yeah. I'm going to duplicate this. So let's move you. You can actually always lock the file. So yeah, so I think this works. So the next thing, if you leave it like this, let me show you. It's just going to show. It's going to give you the cinematic vibe, but people can tell, oh, she's trying to hide something. And you know, in this at this point, you don't need to start using masking and all the rest. Save yourself the stress. Do you understand? And just use your color picker to pick the background color. Come here, do the same thing, pick the background color. And instantly, it just looks like this. And you come back to click content to hide every excess out of it. Let's switch. This is how it looks like already. This is it. So looking at this, you can easily tell that, oh, it's fine. So there is really no big stress attached to walking around horizontal scrolling. Yes, my use of ellipse is just to give it more color, more vibe, make it look more cinematic or artistic. But all the same, it still does what he has to do. Horizontal scrolling, once again, do not require too many steps. All you have to do is apply auto layout to every of the containers or the elements or the keys, whatever English works for you that you want to scroll. Set your viewport width. Do you understand where you want it to start from and where you want it to end? That's actually what I mean. And go to your prototype tab and scroll down to your scroll behavior and click on horizontal. This same rule applies to when you are doing a vertical scrolling. Do you understand? I'm going to be showing us another video. There's going to be another video up on vertical scrolling, but just as I've said, it's just the same styling and just the same method. So I hope you understand and you can do a little bit of styling. Yeah, let me leave this images and let's lock it, and let's use horizontal scrolling. I'm just gonna write these steps to make it look very beautiful. Yep, and just come up. You can always use this to move, bring to the front. It brings it to the front for you and set it in the middle. And voila, we have this. So when you look at it, it's just something very, the text, there's one beautiful thing about understanding text and use of typography properly in design. It gives more context, more beauty, more meaning. Yeah. So with this, you have an idea of what this page is all about. So thank you. It was very short, and I hope you enjoyed watching me. And thanks, this is actually our first time going live to do tutorial videos for our viewers. Expect these at different times. Like I said, DesignCave is back and we'll be dishing out meaningful content for you to watch. Bye. Have a very wonderful evening or afternoon, a day, whatever time of today you're watching it. Bye. Mm.